Bust it.
They present the popular radio program Political Platform on the Ray Power FM network. Ray Power FM Political Platform, now on television. Keep track of the country's polity and be part of the process as they discuss and put political developments in the country into perspective. It's Ray Power Political Platform.
Hello and thanks for joining us. It's Political Platform. And my name is Amechi Anakwe. Harmattan dust haze gradually enveloping the skyline. Of course, that does not rule out the very many political activities going on within the city and beyond. Yesterday on this program, we told you about speculations that Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu may be drafted to become the running mate to President Muhammadu Buhari as far as 2019 presidential election is concerned. He has denied that, and we shall also be linking up with his spokesperson to, of course, offer more explanation on that development. Somewhere we told you that there were very strong unconfirmed reports that the Senate President, alongside the Speaker of the House of Representatives, met with the new chairman of the PDP at the Transcorp Hilton in Abuja. Yes, there was a meeting there, but it was not a visit. Yusuf Olaniyan, the special advisor on media to the Senate President, will also be joining us. Same way we have Dixon Ako, National Commandant of the Peace Corps of Nigeria. If you recall, recently there was a court judgment asking the Nigerian police to immediately unseal the premises, the headquarters complex of the organization in Abuja, and to pay 12 million naira in compensation. Where the police is here to comply with that action of the court, and we also gather that some contempt procedure is being initiated in the court. We shall, of course, also be bringing a legal opinion into this. But, of course, the amendment of the Constitution by the different state houses of assembly have started. Kwara State, we hear, has given its nod to the Not Too Young to Run bill. But bad news from Benue State, where the assembly rejected independent candidacy for, of course, people who don't want to belong to any of the political parties. We need 24 out of the 36 states of the federation to really get the amendment process going on. And good news for our listeners and for Ray Power, the prize of news radio station of the year was declared yesterday for your numero uno, Ray Power FM, signifying his stance as the leader in radio broadcasting in Nigeria. That award from Nigerian National Media Merit Award is the 5th since 2008. The station won it in 2013, 2014, 2016, and 2017. Dominant, very strong dominant presence by Ray Power. And we can only say thank you to you, our listeners, who have also given us the necessary support. Adebayo Bodri is with me in the studio.
Amechi, I think I'll begin on that cheerful note of Ray Power being declared the radio station of the year again once more. And we need to thank our listeners out there. Amechi, there is a development that I think should be of interest, and that is the Anambra Central Senatorial District. The last word is perhaps yet to be heard on this senatorial district. The seat is currently vacant in the National Assembly. Yesterday, Justice John Sofo directed INEC to swear in Obiora Okonkwo as the properly nominated candidate of PDP. You will recall that the Court of Appeal in Enugu in July 2015 avoided the election of Uche Ekwunife as the senator on the platform of PDP. She has since defected to APC. With the judgment, the January 13, 2018 rerun
date fixed by
INEC for the same senatorial district, I think is now at a risk. I think we'll be reaching out to the
Independent
National Electoral Commission to hear. On November 20, the Court of Appeal had ordered INEC to conduct a rerun election within 70 days. development over that senatorial district.
Two different cases. The High Court saying this man is a right candidate of the PDP, so he should be in the Senate as we speak. But the appeal court says since the election was annulled and the High Court said indeed that PDP should be a candidate, that PDP should be excluded. So many intricacies. We'll, of course, devote time towards that tomorrow. Joe J is also on the program with us.
Thank you very much. Mechi, let me just say congratulations yet again to Raypower 100.5 FM. I recall that midnight morning, if I may put it that way, and that was 1994.
September 1.
September the 1st.
A Thursday.
When we went on air, I was one of those who went on air that night when Raypower was born. And it's a thing of pride to me that we're still number one. We're still flying the flag. It was the first private radio station, the premier numero uno. And we are still there. And congratulations also to Political Platform. Now coming to the issues on ground. Anambra is a very, very peculiar state when it comes to politics, and I think that the intrigues are still unfolding over that central senatorial district, because when that judgment was given for the state to conduct that election, nothing was forthcoming. I think that the people who felt that the man behind that court case is holding them down have also turned around to hold him down. So it's a matter of who is checkmating who, Anambra and its intrigues.
Okay.
We're watching.
Let's hear from you. Let's share some of the emails we have picked from our platform, political platform at yahoo.com, to share with the rest of Nigerians.
Hello and welcome to the mail segment. I am Usaitin Yari.
And I am Aladi Doku. Welcome.
Yeah, we begin with reactions to yesterday's analysis. Johnson Emmanuel in Abuja says, I listened to your guest and I was not surprised how he politicized the issues. I have a few questions for Asita. And in case you have forgotten, he is a very strong Amechi loyalist and a card-carrying member of the APC. Number one, is SAS not an anti-robbery unit in the NPF, that's the Nigeria Police Force? What relationship does it have with crime, kidnapping as your guest wants us to believe? Is it supposed to be a unit set up to fight robbery? It is a unit set up to fight robbery, not kidnapping and terrorism. Is your guest trying to tell us that it is Wike that instigated all the stories, videos we see about the alleged atrocities of SAS in cities like Lagos, Abuja and other parts of Nigeria? It will help us if we are less partisan when we discuss national issues in this country. God help us.
Still in that light, Adekunle Adegoke from Lagos State says, Dear crew, I listened keenly to the interview session between the two speakers on your program yesterday. While I don't intend taking sides with either speaker, I was dismayed by the comments of the pro-NSAS who suggested police should get some training on professionalism from the DSS. He should have done his homework well. The speaker ought to have known that DSS was given birth to by the police. The DSS does not have the same operational mandate nor enormity of responsibility. My advice to him is to focus on his campaign rather than dabbling in issues that he has little or no understanding of. Thank you.
Finally, Wamadu Ozom in Imo State says, I have listened and read in the news recently so many negative views and opinions on Rochas Okorocha, the executive governor of Imo State, on the latest Ministry of Happiness and Corpus Fulfillment. All of us agree that the primary aim of government is to provide security and ensure the welfare and well-being of the citizens. I implore Rochas to rename the Ministry for Happiness and Corpus Fulfillment to the Welfare Ministry, as to fulfill that constitutional requirement. Imolites should not forget in a hurry Rochas' rescue mission, where he revolutionized so many things including accessible, qualitative and free education at all levels in Imo State. Let each regime take up at least one sector and deliver. Rochas has delivered on education. God bless Nigeria.
And that's all we can take on today's mail segment. Do keep your mails coming. The route hasn't changed. It's political platform at yahoo.com.
Thank you so much for remaining with us. We told you earlier we hope to get on the line media advisor to Ashwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu Tunde Rahman, as well as Yusuf Olaniyan, the special advisor media to Senate President Bukola Saraki. Of course, two very vital issues we want to dispense with this morning. But first, let's start with the Peace Corps issue. Recall on this program, we've been following this very big story. The police invaded the premises, sealed it, and declared that organization illegal, despite the fact that events in the National Assembly suggest that indeed the bill seeking the establishment of that body was passed and was awaiting presidential assent. The Peace Corps organization went to court and got a favorable judgment. The High Court in Abuja ordered the police to immediately unseal the premises of Peace Corps and, of course, to pay 12 million naira in compensation. Up till now, from what we have gathered, the police is yet to obey that judgment. And we have with us in the studio the National Commandant of the Peace Corps of Nigeria, Dixon Ako. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure being here, and congratulations to Ray Power on your merit award.
Thank you so much. You felt that maybe after the court judgment, the problem with the police would have been over.
Certainly. Recall that in 2011 too, the police took similar action. We went to court. The court delivered a landmark judgment in our victory, the same tone of landmark ruling and order that was recently given. Even as I'm talking to you now, a ruling is being given at the FCT High Court in respect of the Ganashi order, we sought from the FCT High Court over the previous judgment. But in this judgment, the police was duly represented in court. The Attorney General of the Federation was in court. The court asked the police to vacate forthwith. That is immediately. That judgment was being given. And the court also asked police...
How many days since then?
Since 9th of November. Over a month today. Then
the police, as we speak, they are
in the office. They reinforce, the IG reinforced the security in the office. That is not going to obey the judgment. Then the order. The court also ordered IG to return and the police to return the property taken away from Peace Corps office within a week. As I'm talking to you now, nothing has been complied with. This is a fundamental...
What are some of the property that were taken away?
The uniform. My office portrait, computer from office, computer that nothing implicating was recovered from there. They just came taking away our file, our computers, and whatsoever. And that is the issue today.
Then just to establish about the payment of 12 million naira.
12.5 million naira. See, when the judgment was delivered, as patriotic citizens, we made the court to know, we made the journalists to know that we are in court, that the 12.5 million is not important to us. Because this money will come from the coffers of the federal government, not from those infringing on our rights. So we are not even interested in the 12.5 million naira awarded, but for the police to comply. We are not in a banana republic. You are in court, you contested issues. And the irony of what we are witnessing in Nigeria today, we have listened to the debate over the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. It is Nigerians that have not been stinged by the Special Anti-Robbery Squad that will be supporting them. We are aware it was them they sent to come and invade our office under 10 minutes. The SARS. They constitute the larger number of the people. Under 10 minutes, over 5 of our officers, they are already down. Used gun to smash them in our head office the day the invasion was made. But sir, after this judgment was delivered, Nigerians are aware and they've not asked questions and people are not interested. The IG ran to FCT High Court, got order from the court stopping Senate from investigating him, and the Senate complied. What a double standard. This is why we are not raising our voice.
Let's take a legal opinion. This is that the issues that fall under the rule of law. The late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua felt it was in fact the biggest problem bedeviling Nigeria, and he made it the cardinal principle of his administration. Godwin Ogbuji, a legal practitioner, is joining us. What's your view on this issue?
Yeah, I felt very saddened first and foremost as a lawyer. But before then, let me congratulate the AIT. Let me not be the person that will not congratulate Ray Power, please, Ray Power, congratulate you for your winning your awards again, and God bless you and continue to sustain you. But coming to the points now, it saddened me as a lawyer and as a citizen of Nigeria to see laws being flouted arbitrarily by the supposedly chief law officers of the Federation. As you rightly said, I have with me the copy of the judgment delivered on the 9th of November 2017. Elaborate, all-encompassing, the prayers were well couched. You can't but obey the judgment of God. It is elementary principle of law, even known to law school students, that no matter how you disagree with the judgment of court are meant to be obeyed unless set aside or on appeal. You cannot sit on your own and abrogate to yourself powers to interpret judgment. As Mr. Dixon Ako just rightly said now, what are we saying? The IG was just summoned There was no order against him to do anything. He was just someone appear before the Senate and tell us whether he impregnated the police officer when he's not supposed to do that, whether you collected money from persons where you're supposed to collect money, whether you're collecting monies from people where you're supposed to provide services for them. And what did he do? He sought the assistance and work of a senior advocate of Nigeria to go and get an order of court. And then the order of court, the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, being a responsible and responsive organ of government, obeyed. The IG had the effrontery to go to the Senate, floor of the Senate, and said, I have a court order, I'm in court, I'm not coming. Okay, now you have contested an issue in court. Judgment was given, not judgment that was not defended, judgment that issues were joined. And you say you are not going to obey. But now I must tell with this in you cannot say that you will not bother about 12.5 million. It goes beyond you as a person and as an organization. Judgment are normally given to serve as deterrent. If these monies are being paid from coffers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Federal Republic of Nigeria can also sanction whoever is involved and the head that why will they allow judgment to accrue that will now judgment debt to accrue that will not affect the running of government. You have to deal with it, and that
maybe the police will say it's been quite a controversial issue that we are appealing this matter, and to that extent we want to obey the judgment.
Before you appeal, you have what to call notice of appeal. The judgment has been given over a month ago. Where is the indication they have appealed? Judgment, I have a copy of the judgment. If Mr. Dixon Ako can have a copy of the judgment, there's no way the police will not have a copy of the judgment by now. What is in this judgment that you cannot peruse and now file a notice of appeal to indicate that you are appealing? Others can follow for it, but where's the notice of appeal? So as far as we are concerned, there's no appeal. And if there's no appeal, you have no choice than to obey the judgment of court. And that is what we should urge. And that's why I'm happy you're bringing me on air. And the IG should obey a judgment of court. And if you disagree with it, appeal.
You have initiated the contempt proceedings.
Well, we did, and it's part of our last resort. Immediately this judgment was given, the next 2 days, the court believe served the IG, served all parties, including the NSA, the Attorney General of the Federation, the DGSSS, and also went to the extent of pasting the order at the gate of the Peace Corps headquarters. But as I'm telling you today, it's the same complaint. Let me tell you, Nigerians should be more concerned. What we are trying to do today is not because Peace Corps is stubborn. A lot of things are going wrongly in Nigeria, especially within the police setting that people didn't know. For the first time since the creation of the Nigerian police, the IG, having a battered image, has a special advisor in charge of media, employed and being paid, despite the fact that the police has a false public relation. And these people are just trying to come before the air to tell lies against innocent Nigerians. Let me tell you one thing that was to happen to me. The very day the invasion was made at our office, the arrangement was that if there's any resistance, I should be shut down. And at the end, they should say...
These are allegations.
Yes, let it
not be able to substantiate. But the good thing is that you are on the course of the law. You went to court when you felt your rights were violated. And when judgment came and is not being implemented, you're back to court. So that tells us you still have respect and confidence that the courts will, of course, see you through. We must thank you, but subsequently, we want the police to also respond to this issue. Our friend Jimo Moshood will reach him very soon. Thank you so much, Dixon Ako, for joining us, and Godwin Oboji for your
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
We promised you it was based on a story that was published on National Daily's front page yesterday, suggesting that Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu may become running mate to President Muhammad Buhari in 2019 election. But the media spokesperson, the spokesperson of the APC leader, has come out to deny that. Of course, yesterday we reminded you it was just speculations, but we needed to put everything on the table for you. Everything, water under the bridge, their color, so that you don't miss out. Uju is not surprised that indeed the strongman of Lagos politics has said he's not interested in taking the job of his protege.
The strongman of Nigerian politics, if I may use that, not just Lagos, because he cuts across the whole of the southwest and other parts of Nigeria. And don't forget that before now, you could actually have called him the leader of the APC. I am not surprised that he says he's not interested in that position. But honestly, I would not be among those who would think that Asiwaju is seeking the ticket of the vice president alongside the incumbent president, because if you ask me, Asiwaju is a master strategist. Politically, he's a master strategist. I think that it is yet to unfold what he has up his sleeves, and he's keeping it well guarded. Don't forget that it seemed as if in the last 2.5 years, he was almost relegated to the background. And a man like him, with his stature in politics, that kind of treatment was seemingly meted to. Is not a man that would just come out like that and say, oh, this is what I want. His ego was bruised. A whole lot of things, have been going on, a whole lot of talks. I think that Asiwaju will spring a surprise.
Well, he started before. He told us by himself that the agreement he had with Buhari, just the same time the APC was coming into play, was for him to become the running mate. But we have an issue for Laniyo that we have on the line now. Okay. We'll raise an issue concerning your principal yesterday, the Senate president. That issue is all about a meeting in Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, between him and the new chairman of the PDP. Did that meeting hold?
No, thank you for giving me this opportunity to clarify the issue. They are actually meeting. What happened was that the president of Sierra Leone came to Nigeria to attend the wedding party for the Senate president's daughter. And he and his entourage lodged in Transcorp. So on Friday morning, about midday, before going to the mosque for the wedding party, the president of the Senate decided to go along with some of his colleagues, and I was with them to see the president of Sierra Leone, so that they won't be meeting for the first time at the venue of the party. So, but on getting now, when they left the Sierra Leonean president's room, outside the Transcorp.
Hello, Yusuf. The lines are very funny, but we'll continue to really get him on board. What he was trying to say, in essence, that it was a chance meeting, that they didn't go to visit him. They just met at the lobby. Very soon we'll have him online again. Yes. We'll have him on the line now.
All right. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I said, he just went to visit the president of Sierra Leone, who came as a guest, of his. The president of Sierra Leone and his entourage came to attend the Senate president's daughter's wedding that Friday. That was even a day before Mr. Secondus was elected as chairman. So he then went to see the president of Sierra Leone. But as they left the room of the president of the South, outside Transcorp, a car was just dropping Mr. Secondus, and he extended his courses to all of them who are there. The Senate president, the deputy Senate president, Senator Dino Melaye, some other senators who are there, and they greeted them. Senator Dino Melaye actually was the one who took the picture, and I think he was the one who uploaded it on his Facebook or so, on one of his platforms.
So what you're saying in effect is that it was not a meeting, a visit to the new PDP chairman, but they just met by chance in Transcorp.
Exactly. It was just a chance encounter outside, Transcorp, at the entrance of Transcorp. It was a chance encounter. No meeting. Though there is nothing bad in him congratulating the chairman of the new chairman as the chairman of APC.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Yusuf, for Laniyo, media advisor to Senate President Bukola Saraki. Yes, we have on the line now Tunde Rahman, media assistant, special advisor media to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, we need to get it right. I'm the media advisor to Asiwaju Bola Tinubu.
So what's the situation? You saw the headlines. We raised it on this program yesterday that there are speculations that these are possibilities, but we saw your statement yesterday denying that.
Yes, you just called it what it is. It's mere speculation. It's not a possibility at all. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has always made his position clear on the matter of the vice president. He was offered the position in the build-up to the 2015 election. And when there were a couple of people were talking against the Muslim ticket, he decided to give one of his lieutenants, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, the nomination, and that was how he was appointed. He has implicit confidence in the Vice President. The Vice President is doing a wonderful job. He has implicit confidence in the President. Both of them are doing a wonderful job. Indeed, when the President was on medical vacation, the Vice President was in the saddle, and a lot of Nigerians applauded him for doing a wonderful job. So Asiwaju does not see the need to want to replace him. So this report by the Sun is a figment of the imagination of the writer, and that report does a lot of disservice to our profession. We need to check our facts and double check whatever information we are giving before we are being used.
Okay, of course, the Asiwaju recently made mention of the fact that he may run for the presidency if Muhammad Buhari will not be contesting. Does he still stand on that position?
I want to say so, because he was speaking at the inauguration of the governor of Ondo State, Governor Akeredolu, and he was approached by reporters that in the matter of 2019, what will be your position? And he said clearly that if the president, whom he has implicit support in, is not running, then he will throw his hat into the ring. But as long as that president, that man who has made a wonderful, who had combated some of our problems headlong, as long as that president is on the saddle, he's not going to run against him. He was one of the people that supported him. In fact, one of the major leaders of the party who ensured that President General Buhari emerged as the party's candidate. That as long as that man is on the saddle, he's not going to run against him.
But very recently, we are seeing Tinubu go very close to the president. They went on a presidential jet to Abidjan together. He was the chief reviewer of the book, outlining and highlighting his achievements. These are some of the facts that may propel this speculation that maybe he wants to be his running mate.
I've not said clearly what the position of Asiwaju is, and nothing has changed that position. That position remains the same, and that is that for as long as the president and the vice president are on the saddle, Asiwaju will not seek to be either the president or vice president. Okay. And you also need to get something clearly. There was never a breach of confidence between the president and Asiwaju. So when people see him around, it does that. And he said at the meeting with the president recently, I was with him at the villa, and when he came out, he was accosted by reporters, and he told them that when you help a government to come in place, you allow, and that government is functioning. You don't need to come around the government every now and then. So that explains if people have not been seeing, people are not seeing him before now at the villa. That explains the position. Asiwaju and President Muhammadu Buhari has never had any problem.
Okay.
And they do not have any problem, as I explained.
It's very clear. Thank you so much, Tunde Rahman, media advisor to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Thank you. My regards to Bodiri. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So that's it for today. When we return tomorrow, more reports and analysis. Have a nice day.